So why is it that conservatives, just regular old conservatives, who worked as plumbers, right? Conservatives who worked as nursing aides, conservatives who worked as garbage collectors, right? How come millions of conservatives in low status professions were able to spot Joe Biden's cognitive decline many years before high status, elite, far more intelligent liberals were able to see that? And this is not a dunk on liberals show, right? I try to rise above partisanship while acknowledging that I am right-wing. And I think one reason that conservatives were able to see Joe Biden's cognitive decline before liberals is that liberals, particularly liberal elites, have much more of a dedication to facts in some things than do conservatives. So I believe, tell me if I'm wrong, but for conservatives, common sense is something that an individual with a room temperature IQ or above can display from his own life experiences. So conservatives with a 100 IQ, they saw video of Joe Biden or they heard Joe Biden and they thought this is a senile old man. Liberals, on the other hand, I think for liberals, smart, intelligent, intellectual liberals, common sense is the consensus of expertise. So take the COVID vaccine, right? So for many conservatives, it felt like the opposite of common sense to take this new vaccine. Why would they want to import that into their body? But for liberals, they accepted the medical consensus that this was a good thing to do. And so I believe that liberals, by and large, reacted to COVID in a saner and more effective way than did conservatives. On the other hand, conservatives were able to see that Joe Biden had such dramatic cognitive decline that he was not fit to be president of the United States. And conservatives could see this many years before liberals came around to it. Now, the mainstream media have come around to it, and they're embarrassed, right? Because it appears that they've been carrying water for Joe Biden. And part of their inclination, perhaps, to not pursue this story is that they regard Donald Trump as a deadly threat to the country. Also, they have a much higher bar for what's a fact. So just you as an individual looking at Joe Biden and making a judgment, he's obviously in cognitive decline. All right. That is not a fact in a liberal conception because you have no medical training, right? You don't have the capability of being a medical expert and diagnosing Joe Biden. Now, I'm not a big fan of Will Cain, who you're seeing on the screen right now, even though I agree with Will Cain on almost everything, but he just takes the easy way out, like Ben Shapiro and almost all conservative pundits, lambasting the mainstream media for their failure to cover Joe Biden's cognitive decline. Well, the conservative media had every opportunity to cover the same story, and they never did it in any comprehensive, fact-based fashion. All right, putting together various videos and saying this is obviously a senile old man. All right, that does not constitute a fact in elite discourse. Right, and conservatives, Republicans, they had every opportunity to nail down and document this story. All right, Joe Biden has had obvious symptoms of senility since at least 2018. And so Republicans could have spent $100,000, hired some good investigative reporters, and definitively nailed this story down so that the mainstream media would have to pay attention.